Okay, let's go back to that latest shakeup at the White House. Rina Shah is Republican strategist and joins us from Washington, D.C. Thank you very much indeed for your time. How do you think the Republican Party's going to be reacting to having all of this happening in public?
I don't think it's going to be a good reaction. Reince Priebus was the former head of the RNC. He's beloved by many members of Congress on Capitol Hill. It's only time will tell us how this plays out. I think many people are going to be upset about this. He certainly was pushed out. I'm told by a source close to him that he was someone who, felt this coming, and so he resigned privately last night. And now we know, given President Trump's tweets, that he is now been replaced. However, I think Hill Republicans next week will let us know how they really feel, given that President Trump's relations with Hill Republicans have been quite fraught recently.
For those of us around the world watching this from the outside, it seems as though Donald Trump is preferring people who are loyal to him personally as opposed to picking people who might actually be good for the U.S. Is there much strength in that argument?
Well, I wouldn't say that he's putting, loyalty over what's good for the country. In his mind, he campaigned and won this presidency on the promise to the American people that he would do what's best for the American people. And to him, that means bringing in a whole new crop of folks who will help him lead the country and lead this administration. And Reince Priebus comes from the Republican Party's establishment. He's somebody, again, like I said, was the head of the Republican Party, so came in and didn't have any previous, quote unquote, loyalties to the now president, and didn't have a previous friendship with the now president. So I think in the president's mind, he's doing what's best for the country by putting in people who understand him and aren't part of the Washington establishment, so they can change Washington.
But John Kelly does come in, as we were talking to our correspondent Heidi Jo Castro earlier on about this, John Kelly does come in with a certain amount of controversy himself. He had promised, for example, that Donald Trump's wall against Mexico was going to be built within 2 years, and so far it's 6 months in and nothing seems to be happening with that. Are there concerns that he is going to be become another issue, if you like, for the White House down the line?
It's too early to tell whether Kelly will become an issue for the White House, but certainly the observation about previous hires. Look, this is a sixth person who's high profile in the administration's personnel that has either been pushed out or fired by the president. So it's not too far off to say, is Kelly headed down the same path? However, President Trump's tweets today said that Kelly is a star, and I don't know that really matches the definition of star in the truest sense of the word. To me, in my professional opinion, Kelly has sort of flown under the radar. And like you said, with the ban, he hasn't been successful as yet, which was a part of candidate Trump's biggest promise to the American public. He hasn't helped make good on that. But I think Trump is, in many ways, like most CEOs, he's optimistic. And so perhaps he sees some promise in Kelly and thinks that Kelly will really deliver in a way that Reince Priebus, being part of the GOP establishment, could not do.
Rina Shah, thank you very much indeed for your time.